So,
What's going on, Mr. Brown?
this is all right. So once the music goes down, once I start hitting the music to go down, we're able to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
I see some of the videos. I know your style. I just do a few of these real quick. Yo, man, cheers, man. Cheers. Long time coming, man.
You ready for this?
Yes, sir, man. I'm
Are
on it when you are, man.
you so ready for this?
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah.
I feel like Eric Killmonger. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I feel like
Let me apologize. Let me apologize.
You know what I mean? I feel like, man, I can't even tell you how I feel because there's 101 million feelings, and so far it's a bottle full of alcohol in it, so we're really gonna talk that shit.
Yeah, man. That's definitely what we're here for today.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing out there tonight?
I hope good, man. I hope great, for real. I hope great, man, for real.
They're doing great because they're chilling with Frizz the Great.
The only Frizz the Great, man. The only one.
Let me break down this guest. All right, ladies, pay attention. If Neo was a Dominican, it would be this nigga.
That's it.
Yo, I never seen a brother so smooth. Like, hey babe, it's okay, it's cool, relax with it. I understand Frank got on your nerves, but relax, calm down. Okay, just for you. Yo, I never, you know, the essence of a good brother. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be honest. None of this shit would have happened if it wasn't for him. This show would not. Do you know how this show came about?
That's blessings, man. That's a big blessing, man. For real.
Can I break down the meaning of this show?
Do what you got to do, man.
Yo, this is like a very special show because man. Let me get into this. Let me gather my emotions. Excuse me, I'm acting nice kid right now.
Yo. God. Go ahead, bro. Tell them.
Tell the story. So one day, me and this guy was arguing, left and right, and we were, you know, he's petty like me. I feel like in order for you to do a podcast, you gotta be petty. You know, this motherfucker's petty like me. You know what I'm saying? And the topic was pretty much like, you know, how men should act. You know what I mean? And
I remember that conversation, yeah.
And you know, the ladies was going on feeling the things you said, and I said, shut the fuck up, you're gonna do what the fuck I say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I am authority. You gonna respect my authority. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's plenty of ways to get things done, and you know, even though we're two brothers that did things different ways, you know, I felt like we respect each other's work ethic. This is a motherfucker that, you know, when I came into this work environment, I said, yo, I have to outdo this nigga. You know what I mean? So I had to look at his flaws and look at his greatness, and like I had to admire it and respect it. You know what I mean? And he made me a better worker at this job. You know what I mean? I'm not going to mention the job. Fuck
Yeah,
that
we're
job.
not going to do none of that. Fuck. We don't need none of that. Yeah.
This nigga, when people used to see us talk, everybody stopped and listened and had an opinion. I never in my life dealt with somebody that disagreed with me so much, and I respect and have so much love for. You know what I'm saying? And some things it had to hurt because he was right. But like, you know what I mean? And vice versa. I feel it was vice versa.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
so, ladies and gentlemen, the whole premises of this motherfucking podcast was going to be called 3 Shots and Fuck It.
And hold up. That's it, man.
And you know, unfortunately, I had to go to a new job, make more money. Things, you know, life happens. But you know, one thing I believe in is when you're a brother for life. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is something I will always look at, excuse me, as a brother. Sorry, I was drinking, people. I was drinking a lot. This is something I look at as a motherfucking brother and have so much level of intelligence. I don't think I want to have the regular conversation about, you know, who's right, the man or the woman, who's right, you know, is it how to stand up and how to, you know, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? This is geek talk. This is nerd talk.
It's a different round.
You know what I mean?
It's a different round.
This is, this is 9/11 conspiracy talk.
This is everything.
You know what I mean? This is
talk.
You was right. I was wrong. This is let me make you think about, you know, in order for you in order for somebody to earn my attention, they have to make me come back. And I felt like, you know, our conversations, you made me keep coming back because you know, so, and even though intelligence is not appreciated as much as it is, I wanted to say like, yo, bro, I appreciate your level of intelligence.
I appreciate
you know
that.
what I mean? Because we're bigger than rap music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man.
So
you know, rap music is a small percent. Mm-hmm. It's a small. Rap music is a small percent of influence, man. The whole music industry is a small percent of influence in this country, and it has a high influence because of the people that listen. You feel me? And it is what it is. But hopefully, people learn something new today.
You know, even if you don't, make them think.
Yeah, man. That's really what I'm here for. I'm here to make people think. I'm here to make people wonder whether what they always knew was really all they know, or is there something more to life than what's right in front of us. You feel me? That's who I am. So I'm here to tap into that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce this guy because I didn't even say his name. Some people call him A1. Whoa! I forgot the most important trait. Excuse me, bro. I forgot the most important thing. Bro, this is something you don't know. Man, before me and you became cool, I used to have to run around, treat bitches to breakfast, get my nut off and shit like that. Yeah, you know, wait.
It's hard out here.
Yo. And then all of a sudden you said, hey, yo, you know what? Let's play video. Yo, when I get off of work, if you're down to play video games, play video games. And because of that, I was able to stack my money and everything you see in this motherfucking house. It was because of that.
Little small thing.
That little small thing that took me out of the keeping up with the Joneses.
That's all it takes.
You know what I mean? So like I you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I know I keep saying that, but I've been drinking. Let me introduce Mr. Felix. Say something to the crowd. Say something.
Thank you, man. Look, man, I'm here because obviously I want to speak my mind. You feel me? And I just want to be able to have the things that I think about on a day-to-day basis that I believe is true. I believe wholeheartedly that these things are true, and things that are basically, you know, top tier priority for the human being to, like, you know, to just live a happy life. You feel me? Like we gotta live this certain life here, but there's a life out there that's possible without the stresses of the everyday world that comes to your mind. So I'm here to talk about that type of stuff, man, and any type of conspiracy that I'm trying to make people think, man. That's it. I want people to really sit down and think of what's ahead of them and what was behind them. Because the past is just as important as where you're going, in my eyes. I don't know how people feel about that, but to know where you came from says a lot about where you're going, in my eyes. So that's what I'm here to do today. You feel me?
So, let me share a thought.
Yeah, man.
You ready?
Shoot.
Let me fuck with your mind. Can I fuck with your mind?
Shoot. Yo. Cheers.
Oh, toast to a good show.
Man, toast to this, man. Long time.
This is our second or third cup. I don't know.
We're not gonna talk about that type of information.
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah. We're here now.
Oh, you see what it says?
Drink. That's what I do. Drink. Shit.
So, how can I say this? I want to say I'm not racist when I have this conversation, but I find it interesting. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I look at this planet. You know what I mean? Whether it's round or flat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Oh yeah, he's the reason why that's here. Not the reason.
Don't look at that globe.
And I realize everything has a purpose in the circle of life. But what I identify from, we can go from the trees to the Komodo dragon to anything, as long as it's within this region, it has a purpose, right?
As long as it's within this realm, it has a purpose. Inside the realm, it has a purpose.
So even from our bodies to how we feed off the sun and everything, right? So let me turn this down. What fuck? So excuse me. I look at somebody brought something to my attention, and I said, "Yo, you know what? Let's talk about it." Mm-hmm. Right? And I feel like you're the perfect person to talk about it with.
Yeah.
So we all know that the Neanderthal gene is not in black people. It's not traced.
It's very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's only trace. You can find traces, high levels of traces, high level whatever inside.
The Caucasian.
In China, Chinese people.
And the Chinese.
Asian people.
I'm sorry, the Asian people.
Yes. My thing is, right? So I study history a little bit, right? And I'm saying, I'm in deep. I don't know if you ever heard of Dr. Malachi York. I don't know if you know about Yaku, the big-headed doctor. But like, even Bible verses, you know what I mean? Or, we can go to the book of life, we can go to the book of death, we can go wherever you want to go. But like, I look and see like, hey, this race or ethnicity, better yet, let's use that word. You know what I mean? They did not feed off the earth the same.
No, definitely not. And I feel like that's, if anything, that's the one thing people have to look at the most, is the fact that they don't feed off what the earth has for them. You feel me? Now, if you look at the animal kingdom, mm-hmm. they never dabble outside of their zones. Mm-hmm. They never dabble. Mm-hmm. Never. Mm-hmm. You feel me? The carnivore is going to be a carnivore. Mm-hmm. The herbivore is going to be a herbivore, no matter what. Yes. It doesn't matter. You feel me? There's no, unless there's some chemical imbalance that's added,
and it's like
it has to be added. You feel me? For things to change, it has to be added. Mm-hmm. But if you're talking about the animal kingdom alone, nobody changes their diets. No.
And it's either evolution or extinction, mm-hmm. right? And if you see how things evolve, right? It evolved towards the surrounding, the habitat, right? Mm-hmm. Very few species are able to evolve their habitat.
Are we talking about evolution or are we talking about adaptation? Those are two different things. You feel me?
Okay, but let's use either or, because like to me,
Let's go with adaptation for now.
Okay,
Let's go back. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, where did they come from? You know, and it's like, okay, so you're not part of this. You know what I mean? And you can go to the O was it O positive or whatever, that's not part of the human DNA or whatever. Is closest thing related is an octopus. Who gives a fuck and shit like that?
That's a whole lot of shit. You know that. You know, it's hard to speak of. It's hard to speak on the shit that you see on TV. You know, Discovery Channel is one thing. National Geographic is one thing. You feel me? But you know, they have the one thing we don't have when it comes to watching TV is the control of narrative. We don't have that control. You feel me? And it's obvious when it comes to, like, you know, it's obvious when it comes to anybody voting or anything of that sense at all. You feel me? Because, you know, the second it's on TV, the everyday citizen sees it as its truth. You want to see it on the TV, so it's like, are we just gonna sit here?
You think though?
Wait. When I speak on the everyday American, I speak on the masses of America. The masses, not the individual who's smart enough to know better. You feel me? I feel like those individuals are you and I, people like you and I.
Okay.
You feel me? Who can see past diversions. We can see past smoke screens.
Okay.
Things of that nature. You feel me? We can see past those things, and those. That takes shit like it takes studying to see these things, because the world we live in currently isn't gonna give us all the beans to spill. It's not gonna put it out there for us. You feel me? It's gonna make it really hard for us to see the truth.
Okay. Now, you know, I'm a truth seeker.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And one thing I learned in trying to find the truth is that I find a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I cannot control, like, the narrative of that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at this. But I look at that and I say, hey, yo, you know what, man? It doesn't make sense. So, like, you know, now to erase them from history will be wrong.
It's hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
hard, bro. It's hard to do that.
To see true, if you understand true history, they was never there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there's a nice mashing. But like if you're gonna think historically, you feel me? Think about how things were back then. Let's talk about 2, 3, 4, 500 years before we were even a thought. You feel me? Us, just you and me.
Okay.
Before we were even a thought. You feel me? To imagine that that shit's just always been this way. Things have always been this way. It's kind of impossible to think. You feel me? Because we've had societies go from being everybody to being everything. Let's say like the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was everything. You feel me? And as far as the books we read in school, the Roman Empire was everything at a time. America had nothing to do with it. America wasn't even mentioned when the Romans were conquering. You feel me? When Caesar was conquering.
Okay.
Nobody spoke of it. You feel me? But nobody speaks of America before Columbus discovered America. You feel me? So if that's the case, like, are they trying to tell us that America was a vacant? It was a vacant lot.
See. And my thing is this, like, yo,
the land that we live on today was not a vacant lot.
See, now, brother, I like, you know, as you see, we just did a video chat with my other brother.
Yeah.
And I'm battling with something, right? And I like how you mentioned America. I'm battling, you know, because I know, like, certain people say things that they really can't say, but they drop a little jewel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And not to say he was right, but when Kanye said slavery was a choice, right? But
if Kanye's speaking on 200 years ago, back when slavery was existing, and saying it was a choice, I don't agree with him. But now, in society now, I believe him, because we're still bringing this issue up.
I don't. Me personally, right? How I feel. Okay. Let me.
Go ahead, bro. Just speak your mind.
Me personally, right? I look at that, right? And even though we're getting off topic, but I want to say this. Me personally, I look at it like, we don't got the real history of that. Because at the end of the day, I believe that people, whether they looked upon as African or indigenous, have that fuck it gene. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think that. I think it was brutal, but I don't think they would survive. Like, if I'm able to have you do everything for me, have you and your whole family, no disrespect, do everything for me.
Yeah.
Why would I ever put myself in a position to stop? So I don't think some people was able to hold that reign. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't you know what I mean. So I don't. I understand why. That's why I said I understand why he says slavery was a choice. Because I do believe that there was.
But if you believe in that, you gotta believe in herd mentality. A herd mentality.
Yes.
Let's talk about sheep. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You gotta believe in that herd mentality. Mm-hmm. Humans are prone to this mentality. You feel me? So
what do you define as a human? Like
What I define as a human?
Yeah.
You feel me? Damn, a human? What do you want me to define?
I don't
define a human? Because I think a human is a human.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's either a male or a female entity.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know if I can call white people human anymore. Because I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, well, if these people was Neanderthals, right? And evolution, whatever. But yet Neanderthals was not even able to benefit, just like they're not able to benefit off of the natural order of things. The natural order of the universe, or just the Earth. We don't even have to go to the universe.
Yeah, no. We stick to the Earth.
You know what I mean?
Everything we need and needed ever is here already.
So even we're not. We don't have to talk about technology because even though I believe back then technology was different.
It was advanced.
It was more exactly.
It was advanced.
Yeah, I do believe he was teleporting, all that other things, all those other things. But I look at that race, right, and I'm trying to say, hey, I look at whether you go to the biblical scriptures, they was not mentioned. Whether you go to, even if you were to go the Khan Dynasty, the original pictures with the Afrocentric nose and shit like that, they was not mentioned.
Not at all. You know what I mean? Not at all.
So I understand how certain diseases destroy certain civilizations and shit like that, and we're technology today and archaeologists, they are finding out civilizations being discovered and shit like that. But there's a part of me that's like, my mind is like, how did they exist? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm like, hey, you know what? This is a great conversation to bring Felix on, because if you go to biblical texts, they're not mentioned. Not one.
It's very true.
We know.
Very true.
The whole. If you go.
There's only one specific group. There's only a few specific groups that were mentioned in the Bible.
Nah.
You gotta understand, man, that the Bible is man written. The Bible is man written.
Yes.
So even that, even the Bible has its flaws.
Okay.
But at the same time, the Bible has a lot of truths behind it. And parables and parables. Jesus spoke in a lot of parables. whenever you saw Jesus said in the Bible, he was speaking in a parable. You feel me? He's speaking to something that every single generation after him will be able to comprehend as a human being. You'd be able to comprehend what he's getting at and deliver on it, I guess. You feel me? That's the whole parable thing. In the beginning, it literally says, like, most of what's said in the Bible is a parable, or I'm trying to think of this other word that was in there. I can't recall that word, man. It's anyway, man. Besides that, you know, everything was basically, as far as the Bible's concerned, it's stories. It's bedtime stories.
I don't think Jesus ever existed.
I'm iffy about him. I'm iffy about, because you know what's crazy, like, you know, when it comes to Christians, when it comes to Christians evaluating whether Jesus was real or not, they state the fact that you can't find his bones.
You can't find his
anything.
disciples.
You can't find. You know, let's talk about his disciples for a second. I'm sorry to cut off topic, but his disciples, John.
Okay.
The letter J, in Roman times, Jesus was crucified, right? That means if Jesus was crucified, that means he lived during the Roman times. Because crucifixion was the worst punishment dealt to criminals, correct?
Yes.
Right? So if that's the case, right? If that's the case, that means that when he was crucified, it wasn't against his beliefs or any of that spiritual type of thing. It wasn't about any of that. They were going against the Roman Empire.
Ooh.
Jesus was going against the Roman Empire.
Okay.
You feel me? And he got crucified for it.
Okay.
So if that's the case, you know, I'm thinking about Jesus as a flesh and blood human being.
Okay.
Who might be sinless. He might have not had no sin in his body, but he's a human being.
Can I share something right you?
Let me finish
this
up real quick. So when it comes to, like, you know, who's this prophet? Did these prophets really live, or did they really not? Muhammad, all these prophets, did they really live, or did they really not? Jesus is when they say that was really true, because you can't find his bones nowhere. So that says his physical body, like the Bible said, God took his physical body and took it up to heaven.
Okay.
His physical body, not his spiritual body, not 1/3 of the triangle. You feel me? Man took 2/3 of the triangle straight up to heaven. You feel me? That's hard, because no other human being has that. The only other man who did that got to see heaven for what it was. Got to see hell for what it was. But he's not his physical body isn't in heaven today. Jesus is the only physical body in heaven today. So when it comes to the rest of the deities, the rest of the religions, what do you call them? Any religion to man, you can find these bones in the dirt, but you can't find Jesus in the dirt. And that's the Christian excuse for why he's believable.
But you can't even find his disciples.
You can't. Oh, the letter J. The letter J never existed in Roman times. The letter J wasn't even a thing in Roman times yet.
Yep.
So to name a kid, mind you, you know when he died, he was 33 when he died. You feel me? So to have the name Jesus for 33 years before the letter J was introduced to the world is hard. It's hard to believe in Jesus when
Islamic people call him Isha or something like that.
Yeah. No. A lot of religions outside of Christianity call him Yahweh.
Yeah.
Like, you know, names in that nature. And we don't do that. We name him Jesus. And then the books are John, Luke.
300 years after his death.
It doesn't make sense.
Right, book 300.
Bro, the letter J wasn't around when Jesus was born, was alive. When he died, the letter J wasn't in the alphabet.
Can't fuck your head up even more.
How can we name him Jesus?
Can't fuck your head up even more. You ready? You ever heard the story of Osiris?
Osiris?
Yes.
Speak on it.
Osiris was an Egyptian deity.
Okay.
You know? Now, to them, deity was just a supreme being. That means you was better than normal.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He was above the rest.
So, you know, and you had abilities. So, Here's the story of Osiris. You ready? And tell me if this sounds familiar. Born from a virgin.
December 25th.
No, he was born of a virgin. This is Osiris. Born.
It's like a lot of pharaohs.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He had a virgin birth. That means his mom was a virgin, just like Mary.
Yeah.
12 disciples.
Yep.
Rose to heaven in a physical form.
Yep.
Performed miracles with the whatever.
Yep.
You know
I
what
know
I
where
mean?
you're getting that. Yep. Yep.
So, I and this is at least 10,000, but I think 30,000 from.
This was time before Jesus.
Yes, this is tens of thousands. First of all, tens of thousands.
Yeah, but who are we to assume it's tens of thousands?
Well,
you know the whole carbon dating. You know about carbon dating.
Okay.
Right? They take carbon and they try to. They got this machine that dates it to a specific time, and you know it's always in the millions and the billions. It's not real. There was an experiment done by a guy. He sent the same fossil, sent the same bone to a few different places.
Okay.
To get the carbon dating done. All of them were off. Every single one of them was off compared to the last one. Well, carbon dating isn't a real thing. I don't think we've been on this earth as long as they say we have.
Okay. Well, this is why this is why I say what I say. Because the Egyptians had their own calendar.
Truth.
Not only did they have their own calendar, it was 10 months. I think they went off the moon cycle. If I'm correct, I don't, I might be wrong about that, but I could do research. Before, July and August is named after Julius and Augustus.
You're right.
Okay, let's take a break.
I gotta take a break.
Okay.